Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the Python Django tutorial. So, here we are on our chapter number 4, and we'll be looking on how to create our first Django website. Okay, so we will see that how you will be able to create a Django right over here. Okay, so the thing which you also need to keep in mind that I'll also tell you guys that how you can actually or how a website basically works. I'll be showing you guys an example as well. Okay, over here. So let's not waste much time and let's get started. So over here on my screen, okay, as you guys can see that I do have my PyCharm open over here. And you guys can see that I do have also created a new project. Okay. And if you do want to create a new Python file, you guys can create it from here. But instead, I'll show you that you guys already know how to create a new project. Just type the name of the project. And here you guys will be able to see the location. Okay. Interpreter project when we Python version, just choose the version you want to work on with. Okay. So that's how I do have created a new project over here. And now, the next thing what I will be doing over here is I'll be telling you guys how a website basically works. Okay. And you need to understand in a website how a front end works and how a back end works. So you guys will understand in a better way if I just give you guys an example. Okay. So if I just come here, www.instagram.login. Okay, let's say if I just come here and in the URL bar, if I just search for this particular address, okay, so what will happen is when I'm searching this particular address, this is the front end. The thing, whatever you are able to see over here, this is actually the front end development of a particular web application or a particular web page. So once you request something over here in the URL from the front end, what it will do is it will just go into the back end of a particular server, which can consist of Django framework, which can consist of PHP, which can consist of Python. Okay. And all those things are actually not visible inside your web application or inside your web page. Okay. So let's say if I just come here and if I just search this one, what it will do is it will ask that, well, I want to go in that particular page, and backend will assess that whatever I'm asking or in whatever location I do want to go, uh, am I allowed to go there? Okay. And once they see that I want to go to the login page of Instagram, then obviously they'll just tell me, well, you can go. Like there is no problem. And once I just click over here, okay, and now you guys will be able to see that they will return me this particular page. And here, let's come, okay, in this login page, okay, as here now they're asking me for my credentials, okay, because at first they didn't had any problem at all to show me the home page, okay, because if I want to log in, I should have an account with them. And if my credentials are correct, it will log me in into my Instagram account. Okay. So once I do have all of this, this is the output of the backend, which is now I'm able to see in the front end of this particular website. Okay. And once I give all my attributes, once I give my email address and the password, and if I try to log in, if my credentials are correct, it will log me in. And again, it will see, well, once I click on this login button, again, it will go to backend and it will see that, well, all the credentials are correct and I am now allowed to go and view whatever is inside. So after that, once I log in, they'll then show me my page. They will show me all the advanced CSS, all the advanced HTML and JavaScript things. Okay. And that's how basically a website works. Okay. So yeah, I hope you guys do have understood this part on how basically a website works And now let's again come here into this PyCharm. And from here, as you guys can see, if you do want to work on with the terminal, or if you don't want to open up your terminal, you guys can basically open up your terminal right over here. Okay. And now let's come here and I will just type Django slash admin. Okay. And once I write this one, now you guys will be able to see that I have all of these sub commands over here. Okay, you guys can see shell, then you do have start tab, then you do have start project, test server. So all these things are actually the sub commands. Okay, so once I am over here, and now if I want to run a server, I can actually run a server over here as well. And from here, if I want to create a website, you guys already know what I do have to do. So over here again, I need to type Django admin. Then I will just put out the start project. Okay, so as I also want to start a project. And once you've written this, now you can just name the file. Okay, so I will just name this as text website itself, and once you're done you can just click on enter over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, now I do have created a project named, and here now as this text website didn't have anything at all, but now you guys can see if I just come here, if I just click on this one, now, under this text website, you guys can see I do have another text website folder. And under this text website folder, I do have another text website file. Here, I do have this init.py, ASGI settings, URLs, and WSGI. Okay, so if I just come here and let's go to the settings part. Okay, and here, you guys can see that no Python interpreter configured for the project. Okay, so I will just tell to use this Python 12.4. Okay, so they will be using that for this. Okay, and now if you just take a look over here, you guys can see it says the path. You need to remember what is the path. Here you guys can see it is in the C drive in my PyCharm project new, and under new we do have this text website file. Okay, so here it says from path lib import path, so you need to remember the path over here, and here this is the base dir path. And underneath here, you guys can see that you also do have a secret key. So you should not share your secret key with anyone else. But if you guys might be thinking that why am I actually showing you guys? Okay, or why am I showing you my secret key? Because maybe I won't be using it for any kind of website. Just for this tutorial, I'm just showing you guys this particular project. Okay, so make sure, and if I in the near future, if I use this particular website for anything else, I'll make sure that I do change my secret key as well. Okay, and over here you guys can see security warning, and over here the debug is equals to true. Okay, so the debug is also true over here. You guys can see the number of installed apps, the middleware, all the templates, and all in all those places you guys can also see the root URL configuration. Okay, so here you guys can see the root thing is text website dot urls. Okay, and also over here you guys can see WSGI application. Also it says text website dot WSGI application, web server interface application. Over here you guys can see I do have these databases, and there are these authentic password validators as well. And over here, if you do want to change the language code, you guys can change the language code. If you also want to change the time zone, okay, you can also change the time zone according to your place or wherever you guys are staying. Okay, so you guys have that ability to change all these things right over here i- if it's necessary at all. So the same way, as you guys can see, just go here on top, and here debug is true because we are also still in the development phase. Okay, so I need to may debug it as well. So I had just kept debug as true, or it was already there present by default. Okay, so over here you guys can see I do have this URL option. So you guys can come here, and if you do want to highlight all of this, okay, so unresolved reference Django. So you guys can just come here and you guys can just check it out from here as well. Okay, so over here the same thing you guys can see, and in the path the admin is basically there by default. Okay, so we need to also keep that particular thing in our mind, and we already know that init.py is already a blank file. Okay, that is basically a package. Okay, so now let's come here, and what I want to do before closing this class is I want to create up a new Python file. Okay, so let's go to new, and from here I will be creating like view.py. Okay, so let's type views.py, and if I just click on enter, now you guys can see I do have created another file which is known as views.py. Okay, and what I can do is I will come here and I will mention that I created this file. I created this file. Okay, so I had created this particular command. And yeah, I hope you guys do have understood this particular class on how you can actually create this new text website. And what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to create a text website. Let's say if you want to give function, let's say if I just input anything, it the first letter will basically be a capital letter, or it also can be if I write any word, or if I write any bunch of word, they will actually count the number of characters which I have present. So a very simple kind of a website which we are going to build. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we're gonna learn more about all of it. So yeah, see you. Till then, take care and goodbye, everyone.